Okay, what I want to present you now is a setup for the bath's upper corridor without Farah, which I tried 10 times in a row from this very safe. I'll load in a second. It worked 9 out of 10 times. The 10th time you could hear Farah doing weird things like drawing her bow, although there should have been no enemies nearby, so I'll blame that on Farah. Okay, once you're up on this ledge, you wait for Farah until she climbs up the waterfall and she's below you. You take your step off the ledge. Wait another second just to make sure she's actually below you. Because once you leave the ledge, she takes another step towards you, towards the stairs, which are currently below us. So once you did that, next we go to the left to 2 wall runs. And a wall run at the end, a vertical one, just to be in a consistent position. Now everything up until here was just to make sure Farah now is in a consistent position. What we're about to do seems to be the core of the trick, namely the angle you have when you torpedo into this corridor. Yeah, so the setup I'll show you in a second, that specific angle, if you use a bigger angle, like a way bigger angle to torpedo into the corridor, it will mostly game over. If you don't have any angle at all, like if I just stand like this and torpedo into the corridor, it also won't work. So this is, it really seems to be about manipulating the angle of Farah in some weird way, but this seems to work. So what you do, you're standing here, did the vertical wall run, reset camera ideally, so it looks like this. But the camera's automatically, as soon as you leave the ledge behind, you get a consistent camera, or should at least. So, okay, so what you do at this point is you line up the right side of your camera with the corner in the back corner of the corridor. It's not hyper precise, but around this, yeah, until the corner just vanish, or it's just a tiny bit on screen. That's all fine. Also, you see NOH board, so you see a keyboard on screen that makes this setup actually consistent. Because if I say you draw a sword and you go forward, that doesn't mean too much on controller way of 360 degrees. So yeah, but what you do is you draw a sword and then you press W and hold it until the prince stops moving. It should look like this. Okay, first he runs, then he walks, then he stops. So this is the angle we want. And after you wait a bit more, I usually wait 2 seconds, 2 to 3 seconds. It's I don't think it's the longer the better. I don't think that actually influences it, but you have to wait a bit for Farah to adapt, I think. Okay, so what you do, you have it sword drawn, and what I do is I do a half keyboard, half controller torpedo. So again, for the torpedo you have to hold left, and if you don't hold exactly left, but only like you're a bit off when holding left, you'll get another angle when torpedoing in. So what I do is I'll press A for a bit, like A on the keyboard, and then on the controller I'll press jump and attack to torpedo in. So it looks like this. And from here on, it's just the usual wall running stuff. Like at this point, as soon as you enter the corridor, everything should be determined. If I wait here for 2 hours, it shouldn't change anything. Yeah, and it worked. Surprise. I'll also quickly show that Farah is actually twisted neck, because there, as far as I know, there are instances, or there were instances in the past for other people where the trick worked, but Farah was not in twisted neck state. I don't think I ever got that myself, but also for this, I don't know if I ever shared the setup, but you go down, get up, first person, and line up the left side of the screen with like you have a small gap between that pillar, broken pillar thing, whatever, and then you jump. If it would work, W jump. Yeah, that's another thing where the angle of your jump is really precise. Not really, but it is quite precise, so yeah. And there you go. This is a very, at least my personal opinion, a very twisted neck. Okay, I'll show it once more in action just so you see just so you see it once consecutively, the waiting times and everything. Okay, you're here, wait for Farah until she's below you. Walk off, wait a second, and then go wall run 1. Parachute break, wall run 2. Vertical wall run, okay. Corner is just away like this. SoT W. Stop. And there we go. That's how it is. So adding these 2 attempts from the video to the 10 previous ones, which I have to add that I all started them from that save, from the zipless save files, like way loaded right before bath. 11 out of 12, and for the 12th one, Farah did weird stuff. You could hear that. So if you do that and you hear Farah drawing her bow for no apparent reason, just be prepared for it to fail. But other than that, this is it. This should work. Just quickly show the first actually twisted neck again. And there we go. Beautiful. This is the way I like it.